I've spent $12,424 on Whiteout Survival, and it's day 89. And yes, I spent a little bit more off camera last night because I realized when I got off camera that the Myriad Bazaar, even though the Fire Crystal rate isn't the best I've seen, it does come with a whole bunch extra Essence Stones and gears at that next level, at the $100 level. So I just did one more level to the $100 level so that I can get those extra gears and Essence Stones and Fire Crystals. Because I was plugging some stuff into the WOS Quackulator last night, and I was realizing how many Fire Crystals I'm going to need to get to FC6 eventually, not to mention some other Fire Crystal work along the way just to unlock other rewards and stuff like that in the game for other SVS prep and things like this. So we're going to need a lot. We're going to need a lot, and I'm going to try to get them as efficiently as I can, but also, there's only so many opportunities to get them in such, high quantity and such bulk. So I'm going to have to take advantage of some of those opportunities, I feel like. I'm going to try to do it as efficiently as I can. But again, let's not confuse budget and efficiency. I'm trying to be as efficient as I can so that the money goes, a long way. But, that doesn't mean I'm not going to be spending a bunch because, that is part of the game when you're playing as a whale, essentially. So what we have tonight is the Dawnfest. The Dawnfest is coming up. If you want to know more about this event, I did get a concierge sneak peek, but Tauntaun did a great review of this, so I would recommend going and checking out his video because he gets into the entire sneak peek and gets through all the details. I'm just looking forward to this event. There is a cool city skin coming up for the 3rd anniversary, so this should be a fun event. But I'm screwed. I just spent a bunch of money. I just spent a bunch of money on Chinese New Year. I just spent a bunch of money on, a whole bunch of other things previously. I was trying to slow down, but here we are in March, and yet again, I'm going to have an event that I know I'm going to want to spend a bunch of money on because there's going to be a lot of value there. There's another Kasha's Wish House, I believe, so I'm probably going to look at, what the ratio is for the chests there, and I'm probably going to come close to maxing that out, if not max that out as well. So, March is going to be another high spending month. What can I do? I'm playing as a whale. I'm just trying to be as efficient a whale as I can. So that's where we stand. So that's the Dawnfest. But as a result, I'm going to actually try to pace things a little bit tonight. So let's see how things go. First things first, I'm going to come into the custom armament chest. Just because of the VIP aspect alone, I'm just going to grab some of these at the $5 mark, and that's it. Because I just did spend a bunch yesterday on gear. And then the custom pet chest, I already did spend $5 on this the other day. I'll continue to do that, as needed. The value pack I already spent on. This one, I get advice on this both directions. Some people say, no, max out the Gen 2 heroes. I don't know that I want to max them out, but because this is a $5 for VIP efficiency at least, I'll grab this for $5. And, I'll have a few more, and then I'll get them through the mystery shop and other things. I'll try to be as efficient as I can with those. I'm going to skip the Ice Conqueror. I'm going to get the daily deals. I like this for the VIP efficiency, if nothing else. And then I'll grab my weekly card. And I hope this doesn't come around to bite me. The pet weekly card and gear weekly card, I do feel like there's other opportunities to get those at better value, and I just don't feel like the value is there for those, so I'm going to skip those right now. Now let's take a look at the deals section. I did poke my head in here earlier, so I did already do a claim here, but the daily rewards. But this looks like it's part of the 3rd year anniversary, so looks like we'll get some daily rewards just for logging in here. Interesting. Okay. So we'll see what this ends up being. I have 50 tickets here, but I want to go through some other videos here and see what this is all about. It looks like you just open them up for bonuses, but I'll take a look at that probably tomorrow as the event gets more underway. Lantern of Blessings, I'll continue to work that out. Deadshot, I don't believe I have any more tickets. I'm going to wait until this gets to 5 again. Yeah, so I'm at 3 still. So we'll leave that alone. That's basically the deal section. And then we have the events section, but the only thing we're really focused on right now is the Alliance Showdown and the Tundra Trade Route. So we'll continue to work on that without, trying to do too much to blow our backpacks for SVS prep. And then, of course, Snowbusters, trying to unlock level 23 finally, and then level 23 will give me this last island piece, and then I'll be done. That's all I want to do is try to at least get Area 23 unlocked, and then I'm not going to spend any more on Snowbusters. So with the spending done, let's check out VIP. See where we're at. Grab my claim there. Apply this. And there we go. Getting closer. Getting closer. About 600,000 away from VIP. So little by little, we'll get there. And finally, by popular request, I'm going to do a quick review of the island, but if you're in game, you can come and visit it yourself, really. So here's the deal. What I did is I put my Tree of Life in the center and have all these, you know, roads going out from the center to try to make it a focal point. I have my Papa FAFO in the island. That's you know, essentially fool around and find out is what that stands for if you don't know. Then we have, you know, tried to put some of the mythic pieces, you know, on display closer to the center or closer to the focal points. But, you know, I did grab the 2026. I try to grab these just enough to unlock them, and then I figure I can always upgrade them later, because as I learned from other experienced players, there will come a point where you just don't have anything else to get until new island decorations come out. So you'll essentially have a whole bunch of life essence to do nothing with. So you just convert that to, you know, island components over time, and you'll be able to grind these up over time. So I personally didn't see a reason to like go all out on the horse, for example, the steed, or the, you know, the Valentine's Day one, the Love Struck, or the Lamp of Devotion. I didn't see a need to really push them really far. I just, you know, I just unlocked them and then used some components to bring them up one level just for fun. And I'll basically do the same with the others that are hard to get, or, you know, you can't get them from other means. Of course, the ones that you can just get from the shop, I'll get from the shop. But I'm not sure what else, you know, folks wanted to see for the island review, but here we go. We've got, you know, my Citadel is looking pretty good. It's at level 8. That's going pretty good. The Hero's Sanctum is level 5. You know, the Snowbusters, I think, yeah, I already got this. I needed one to get him up one more level, and I did that. And so now, you know, I'll just continue to get those when I can. The, you know, of course, the ski resort I got, and the skating rink I got as part of the other event to make sure, and I, you know, maxed those out because they were good for research and, what's this one? This one was training speed, yeah. So max those out because they had an immediate benefit. And then that's what I do. I just basically try to, you know, level them up as I see the benefit or need. You know, that's essentially what I do. If I have the opportunity and the benefit or the need. I should get these little guys up soon as well, but I've been spending them on more important things than I needed for, you know, bear scores or for SVS events or Foundry and things like that. I usually try to like leave it alone, and then right before the event I'll level it up. So that's my little quick island review. That's what my island's looking like right now. I think I'm gonna, you know, do a little bit more things organizationally, make it look a little bit better. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with where that's going. So that's all I have for tonight. But remember, if you want to follow my journey, see how my spending goes, see how my account growth goes, see how I evolve as a player, you got to make sure you give me a like, you subscribe, and you turn on notifications. That way, if I go live or when I post content, you'll know about it right away. Thank you very much for joining. And until next time, I'll see you later.